Hi, and welcome to Run Tall with Tim. I'm Tim. Thanks for tuning in. I'm really glad you're here and we get to spend a little time together. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on one of the latest innovations in recovery. It's the HYDRAGUN. Before I get into it too far, I just want to get a disclosure out of the way. The HYDRAGUN was sent to me for the purpose of review. However, I'm not getting paid to make the video, and no one gets to preview my thoughts before I share them with you here first on YouTube. Now, my HYDRAGUN came well packaged. It arrived on time. But what set them apart are some of the little details that they included that made me feel like a valued customer. So when I opened the package, this is the box it came in. And you can see this sticker on the side of it that helps seal the box. It says HYDRAGUN, Run Tall with Tim. So that right away caught my attention, that they took enough time to include that little extra detail to make me feel welcomed and valued as a customer. But then when I opened the box, I found inside another little card that says Run Tall with Tim, no limits. Again, that kind of attention to detail just tells me that they're really concerned with their customer service, and I really appreciate that. Now, the HYDRAGUN comes in a really nice case. It's got a lot of structure or material to it, so you know that you're going to be able to keep your HYDRAGUN from getting damaged, and I really appreciate that. Plus, when you open it, you can see that it has this nice foam laid out here for all of the different accessories in the HYDRAGUN itself, as well as the power cord, so that you can keep track of all of that stuff, because that's super important. If you're new to the channel, I post running shoe reviews, comparisons, and shoe battles weekly, but I also like to post other videos related to running as well. So if you enjoy watching running shoe reviews and other videos about running, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time that I upload new content. One of the things I noticed right off the bat when I pulled this out of the case is just how well constructed it is. They used aircraft grade aluminum in building it, so you know it's going to last, you know it's high quality, it's going to be durable, and you're going to get your money's worth. And then on the handle, they have a nice silicone grip that feels terrific to hang on to. I feel like it's pretty easy to reach those different muscle groups that might be holding a little bit of tension that I want to get to. Also, I like the way that the barrel is designed. It's a bit more narrow, about the size as of the handle grip that you have here. And the reason I like that is because sometimes I'm grabbing a hold of the barrel and I'm using that to reach around, especially when I want to get to my lower back. Now, the HYDRAGUN isn't the first percussion massage gun that I've used. In fact, I've used a few over the years, but it is by far the best. It is a premium massage gun, and while this isn't going to be a comparison video between some of those other guns, I do want to demonstrate or at least show you the difference between what a lower end massage gun looks like compared to a premium gun like the HYDRAGUN. Now, this is one that I have used in the past, and you can see right off the bat that it's real plasticky. It's kind of cheaply made. You know, it does work, but just not nearly as well. And you know it's not going to last like the HYDRAGUN will because of that plastic material that they built it out of. But one of the things I want you to kind of take note of is the percussion movements. This is pretty minimal, so you're not getting the full impact like I feel like I'm getting with the HYDRAGUN. So I'm going to turn this on. And as you can see, those percussion movements, they're pretty minimal. I mean, this thing is not really getting a lot of action out of the head of the accessory. And I'll crank it up. I also want you to pay attention to the noise level. I'm kind of increasing the volume of my voice so that you can continue to hear me over it, because this gets pretty loud as you cycle through the different gears. Okay, so we got that off. Again, that's pretty loud. Now we'll compare that to the HYDRAGUN, which is a much more premium gun and by far the best one that I own. I love it. I'm going to start by firing up to the first level. Now look at the difference in the percussion. This actually feels like there's some percussion movements. The other cheaper gun, or the more cheaply made gun, I feel like it's almost a vibrating gun rather than a percussion gun, because I don't feel that action, and you don't feel it in your muscles as much either. So this just feels terrific. Now this is on the lowest level, and you can barely hear it. Now I'm going to crank it all the way up, try to get up to the highest level that it has available. And even at the highest level, this thing is almost whisper quiet. You know, you can use it when you're watching TV and you don't have to worry about disturbing the people around you. You know, I absolutely love it. I just think this gun is the cat's pajamas. Now the HYDRAGUN retails for $299 US, and if you want to pick up your own HYDRAGUN, as a matter of convenience, I'll put a link in the description below that'll take you right there. So let's take a close look at the HYDRAGUN, its controls, to see just how easy and quick it is to get started using it. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is to pick an accessory, and you have 6 to choose from. They just slide right into the barrel, so it's really easy to change those out. And then on the back side, in the center, you're going to see the power button. All you have to do is press and hold that power button for about 3 seconds, and then let up, and you're going to see the battery indicator lights that come on there at the bottom tell you how much charge you have. And then horizontally, you're going to see numbers 1 to 6. Now those are the different gears that you have to choose from, or speeds. You press it once to get started, and that's going to be the lowest speed that's available. And then if you want to speed it up, you just press it again, it goes to gear 2. Press it again, it goes to gear 3, and so on. And you can see just how quiet, or you can hear just how quiet this is. Now this is right up against my microphone and you can barely hear it. So it has to be, if not the quietest massage gun that I've ever worked with. And then to turn it off, all you gotta do is press and hold it again for just about 3 seconds and let up, and you can see that it then turns off. And then there at the top of the control panel, now this line of lights here, they are a stall indicator light. That's really a torque meter. Now those are going to light up as you apply pressure to the head of the HYDRAGUN. So what you're going to want to do as a safety measure so you don't overheat the motor is when it reaches that level of 3, you're going to want to back off that pressure. Now you can use the HYDRAGUN in all of the different phases of your workout, including before, during, and after. Now I'm a runner, so I use it both for my warm-up as well as my cool-down. For warm-ups, I like to run it about 30 seconds on all of the different major muscle groups in my legs. So I start with my glutes, my hamstrings, my quads, my calves, even around my ankles, just to get the muscles woke up, get things loosened up, ready to go. I combine that still with all of the same dynamic stretches that I've done in the past, as well as some flexibility and mobility exercises. So by the time I'm done, I'm ready to get out there and crush it. Now I also like to use the HYDRAGUN for that post-workout phase, or that cool down period for me. Now I tend to hold a lot of tension in my back when I'm out running. So in order to help reduce the amount of delayed onset muscle soreness I can sometimes feel in my back, I like to run in about 2 minutes on the major muscle groups, and I found that it really helps. Now I like to start on the lowest possible setting, and oftentimes I don't get past gear 1. Sometimes I'll crank it up to gear 2 or maybe gear 3, but normally it's gear 1 or 2 that I like to stick with because it just feels terrific for me. But there are those that might want a more intense type of a massage, so you can go all the way up to gear 6 if you like. Just a couple of quick tips to get the most out of your HYDRAGUN. You're going to want to start with those big muscle groups, as I mentioned, like your glutes, your quads, your calves, your lats, your traps, and you can use your hand to help guide the HYDRAGUN so you can avoid the bone. But if you do hit the bone, it's not going to hurt. Just don't dwell on it because you might find it a little bit uncomfortable. And then you're going to want to keep the HYDRAGUN moving across the different muscle groups to feel the best or get the most out of it. And you don't want to linger on it too long. Just about 90 seconds or so, maybe 2 minutes on those major muscle groups is really about all you need. Now the 6 different accessories that they included all serve a different purpose. Each one is designed to help you get to those muscle groups and areas to help you recover just a little bit quicker, a little easier, and a little bit more comfortably. Starting with the biggest of the different accessories is this ball. Now they use this mainly on those big muscle groups where you don't necessarily want to penetrate very deeply, but you want to get around some maybe the bony structures like your knee. Now the fork is used for more medium-sized muscle groups. So we're talking about areas like your shoulders, your forearms, your calves. And the dual points help to release that tension or tightness that you feel in those different muscle groups. And it's going to penetrate a little bit more than that ball does. Now for me, I found that it feels really terrific around my ankle and on my Achilles. Now if you need to pinpoint different areas, they did include this bullet that really allows you to target specific parts of your body, your muscle groups, maybe those inner joints, your feet, in order to be able to release that tightness and tension that you feel. Now they also included a couple steel-headed accessories. They've got a couple here. They've got this round, kind of ball-like one that we looked at initially, only with a steel head. And then they have a flat steel-headed accessory as well. What's terrific about these is they just glide right across your clothing without getting hung up on any of your apparel. In addition to the flat-headed steel accessory that we just looked at, they also included a regular flat-headed accessory too. Now, what's great about these is they have a bigger or wider area of surface so that you can work those big major muscle groups and get that blood flowing. The last thing I want to talk about is the battery life, and it's unbelievable. This thing will hold a charge for up to 6 hours. It's super easy to charge it. There at the bottom of the HYDRAGUN itself, you can see that they have a charge port that you plug into, and they recommend that you don't overcharge it, so don't leave it on the charger longer than 3 to 5 hours. The cable that they send for you to use has multiple adapters, so regardless of where you're at in the world, they've got you covered. Overall, the HYDRAGUN is a premium percussion massage gun that's extremely well built, that's going to last. I think it's well worth the $299 US that they're asking for it. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Out of my